So I'm joined by none other than Dame Mufasa. Dame Mufasa is a visual artist, a poet, experimental performer, hip hop artist, everything. I found out about you through Javi Green. I asked him, I was like, who should I have on the podcast? And you were the first person he mentioned.
Yeah. Shout out, first.
Yes,
Shout out.
the first one. And I researched you and I was like, I got to have you on. So thanks for joining me.
Thanks for saying that. I appreciate it. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. So you recently released Church in the Wild, which is a magnificent album, narrative rich, storytelling, has seamless transitions.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like a project process nerd.
Yeah.
What was that project like how did you start that? How did you conceive that idea?
I think for me, so I know I wanted to do like a serious album, because like I kind of like been like doing like fun projects to like establish a foundation of like streaming and like fun stuff for people to like come out to.
Playing the game.
Yeah, so like when I like did like something like serious, they'd still come. Cause you like bust out trying to be out serious, people like you're like, where the vibes at?
It's too much. Yeah.
And so when I like got accepted into the residency program,
Crosstown Arts.
Arts, yeah. When I got awarded that, I was like, this is a perfect platform for me to like kind of like get away with doing the serious one. And it was like the most important story. It's like a bunch of stories that I like just want to tell all the time. And so anything that I like want to like yell from megaphones, I just try to like make into a concept and get them out as a project of some sort. And so whether I can do that through like a show, like a visual arts exhibition or an album or a visual like video project, it's just me trying to get those things out. And so that was one of them. And it's like, since it's like something I could talk about for days, I could like make it into a bunch of things.
Yeah, you can really experiment. What were some of the stories that you were trying to portray with Church in the Wild?
So it's a lot. It's like a personal, like, autobiographical, like look into my personal like journey with like faith, spirituality, but also just like love, on some like God is a love type shit. And what they mean to me in like my personal experience, and it kind of like guided me through like the process or whatever.
Yeah,
it's like the simplest way to put it.
Yeah, and one thing I recognized was you're a very good poet. One of my favorite lyrics you said was, "My heart is beating my ass," and that's such a powerful line. It has so many meanings. Like, it's such a good play on words. Yeah. How did you hone your poetic skills? When did writing start for you?
That's funny. I think as a young kid, that was like one of like English and writing and things was like one of my strongest like areas. And I always like liked it. Like I liked reading books or whatever. Like I liked the classics. I like shit that like people wouldn't think I would like to read. And like the writing. And I think that's funny. I would be a poet if this wasn't like 2025. If it wasn't like kind of like not the vibes to be a poet.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
You have to be more than a poet.
Yeah, like I would rap because if I was trying to do poems, like y'all would think I was lame.
Yeah, and like I'll post a poem on Instagram, 2 likes. Yeah. But if I'm like talking on camera, you have to. It's like not as engaging.
Yeah,
anymore.
Like it's not. It's like we gotta go back to the olden times, and like I would be. Yeah, that's what I would be doing.
You'd be a bard.
Hear you.
Yeah, I could totally see that. And
yeah, I appreciate you saying that. That's what it is. Like I'm really Trojan horse in poetry through like gold teeth and hip hop.
Yeah, it goes along the lines with experimental performer. What does that mean to you? How do you do that?
Exactly. Say it again. I'm sorry.
Experimental performer.
Oh, so another thing is I don't, and this is like something that I said at a panel thing I was doing recently. I'm not like I don't. I'm good with words, which I say I think would be a poet. Like I don't think I'm the best at like technical rapping. Like I think I could put in the words together themselves for sure, and I can deliver in like I've been doing it a while enough, so like I deliver it well enough for my style because it's my style. But it's like when you think of like people who just like they like you can hear me now like my tongue does weird stuff.
Yeah,
like my diction ain't sharp. Yeah, it's like so I'm not like sharp, precise rapper. I can't dance. I can't sing. And so it's like my strengths are in like concept, words, and aesthetic. And so I'm really a poet and a performance artist. But so like the experimental performance, like it's because like that's how I get my stories across. And I just like once again like I can't say I'm a poet and I can't say I'm a performance artist.
Right.
So I just gotta do the stuff, and then the like cool people like catch on. You know what I'm saying? And other people like they just vibe, and it's like vibing is fine too. But it's like that's really what it is. Like I have to do these things because like I can't do anything else. This is how I story tell.
Yeah. And it's not easy like becoming a conceptual artist. You don't wake up one day and be like, I'm going to be a conceptual artist. How did that, what was that process like when you realized, oh, I have all these different strengths and I can put them all together to create a concept?
Yeah. I think it's funny because it's kind of just natural to me. I think I'm drawn to a lot of conceptual work, like films and concept albums, especially.
Yes, I love concept albums.
We all love concept albums, and like people don't realize they do. It's kind of like musicals. People think they hate musicals. I'm like, you love musicals. You love Lion King. You love Wizard of Oz. You love musicals.
Yeah.
That's kind of like how concept art people are like. But it's like you love it. You just
we
like,
love a story.
Yeah, you don't know you love it, but you love it to death. And so to me, it's actually harder to not make conceptual stuff. Like I have to like challenge myself to do things that feel like random because my brain just makes those connections, which is like kind of how I get into visual arts curating. It's like my brain works in narrative, whether it's linear or abstract, it's going to make connections. And
that's the definition of creativity, is connecting disparate thoughts.
That's real. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And so I can't help it. So it's like and it won't stop. So I have to one of the reasons why I have to like make things is because if I don't stop, it'll start doing it too much. It'll build out an entire universe that I can't possibly, you know what I'm saying? So I got to make it before it becomes something I could never make.
Yes. Yeah, I got chills when you said that because I can relate. It's just like, especially with like, you want to create these huge universes, but like resources, not having a team. How do you bring your worlds to life? Like, how do you manage to make your ideas come to the tangible?
So I'm glad you said that because that is another thing. Where's the camera? You got a camera?
Right there.
Shout out to artists, and people who like aren't artists. This is something that you got to understand. Whenever you see like an artist do something, like whether it's me or anybody, even like to like the highest degrees, keep in mind that it's a compromise. So whatever it is, no matter how cool you thought it was, like it was supposed to be better than that. And so like we don't have teams, we don't have resources. Like I don't have like more resources than anybody. And so the other element of creativity, and shout out to like being black.
Yeah.
You like where learn. I think it's like an artist experience and a black experience. So it's kind of compounded when you're a black artist on like they can do what you have, and it kind of separates like real like creative people from like whatever else that is. Because like how can you say these things? How can you say? Because a lot of times, like, I want to do cool stuff. Like, me and Spec, shout out to Spec, because my producer engineer, like, my only other person that helps me do anything. No, that's not true. Look, like, every day,
consistent,
day to day.
Yeah.
It's like we want to do all of these things, but it's like a lot of times you gotta like just dial back and you just gotta go lean into concept. Like I gotta go high concept and intention. Concept and intention will take you a long way. Like, and it's like, you know, sometimes like it's actually cooler. Like sometimes I want to do something like, oh, that'd be cool if I can da. And then I do the thing that I'd be like, but I can't do that. And then I do like, and it's like way fucking better.
Yeah, it's more precise.
Yeah, it's like it's because it communicates, but it's like sometimes like I'm nervous about getting too many resources. I've been in an experience where I was working on a project before, like with like a larger group, and we had limited resources, and we did a bunch of cool stuff, and then we got a lot of resources, and I feel like they kind of slipped off because of people getting comfortable with the resources. And I could just like feel it happening, and I just hated it so much. And so that's like something that I always like keep in mind. Like, it's frustrating when you like want to do the thing.
Yes.
But it's like you gotta be like grateful for your ability to still create and still move forward, and bring things to life. And people like appreciate it a lot of time when you can like, you know, when you can find an audience, which is a whole nother thing.
Yeah, and you were one of my favorite type of artists is like an artist will have an idea, create a project, and that project will spur something else bigger. You did a film,
yes,
called Eyes of God,
yes,
based off Church in the Wild,
yes,
and you premiered it at Malco, right?
yes.
And you wrote an Instagram post. I'm getting somewhere with this. And the post, you were talking about how you lost your job, lost someone close to you, life was shit, but all at the same time, you had this artist residency. And one of my favorite things you said in that post, you kept repeating, it was "fuck it, create."
Yes.
Where does that mindset come in?
It comes. It's all you got. Like when you and it's like, I know it's like kind of like toxic artists talk, but it's like it is. It's like it's all you got. It's like if I don't have, I ain't like the people who love me, but it's like it's one. It'll give me something to focus on, and like something to put the. So I'm not like a super emotionally expressive person.
Yeah.
I don't actually understand my emotions all that well anyway.
I think all great artists have a little. That's what they're trying to get out in their art.
Yeah, and so it's like, you just when it's a lot on me, like, and it's like also I think like another cliche. It's like we just like create like more like better or more consistently, or it's something that happens when life is kind of on your ass like that. It bleeds through the process in some kind of way. And so for me, that might have been necessary like during that time, because like as I was I'm in the residency now. It's like this is what I'm doing all day, and it's like, well, don't have to worry about the work thing. I gotta like still earn money, so that's like tricky. But like I don't have to like worry about that. I'm driving around a lot less because the car smashed up. And so it's like it kind of like took some of the distraction. Like I'm just like, well, all I have left in the world is working on this.
Yep.
And it's like I have some sense of control on completing this. And since it was like a project that was first for me, completing it at all would have been a success for me. So like I sit there, I was like, when the album comes out, I'm like, people don't have to listen to this album. Like, I don't give a damn. I'm like, I needed to do it. And then same with the film, it's like I did it, and I was gonna be like satisfied with it. Even when I did the screening, a lot of people came, like they had to move to a bigger theater. It fucked me up. Yeah. Because when they moved to a bigger theater, I was like, we might not need that. I'm like, you're gonna embarrass me. It's gonna be like people peppered in. Yeah. I'm like, I was like, but if they still, I wouldn't have cared, because I'm like, me and 3 people can come. I'm be like, this is cool. Like, to watch it up here is cool.
You made your own definition of success, so, which is hard to like do.
I think I could do it because, like I said, I knew I just had to make that stuff. And I think in times when I'm making things for other people, it makes sense that I need the other people's validation because it was for them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's like if I'm making me like dinner and it's like, it's a little salty, but it's loud.
Yeah.
But if I make it, I'm like, are they gonna taste that? It's a little, it's way different.
It's like a sense of care.
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna be like, yeah, it's a little salty, but like I also like this is my first time. That was great.
Yeah, exactly. I want to talk more about Eyes of God because I think it's such a cool concept. Especially, I love when something like universes spur out of albums. What was the process like, beginning, middle, and end of creating a film?
So we shot the film on an iPhone, which people act surprised about that, which is the
This
greatest
is an
compliment. Yeah, shout out to iPhones.
Yeah.
Like, they're kind of terrible, but kind of great.
Yeah. They get the job done.
Yeah. I think when we were first, like, once again, like, shout out to Spec, you know what I'm saying? It's like, he helped me do the album, helped me do the movie. Like, I was like, he had to like come on a journey with me because, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm like sometimes so conceptual or whatever, and I don't want to, I hate explaining stuff.
You do.
It's like one of the reasons why I hate artist talks is like I did a Q&A after the film. People ask me certain questions. I'm like, I can't answer that. And it's like, sometimes I'm not creative enough on the fly to give you like a sexy, vague
statement.
response.
Yeah,
it's
with,
like I can
words.
write it all day, but like if you ask me on the spot, I'm gonna be like,
Yeah.
But
We're so similar in that way.
like that, it's like I feel like it makes sense. I kind of just like shot it scene for scene, like we worked out the scenes or whatever, and I was like kind of explaining to him, and like, cause I know when we get into like editing, like he'll start catching it. That's how it is with me sometimes. Like sometimes he's like super like sonic heavy, and I'm like a words person or whatever, and so we kind of like meet at the X's a lot. And sometimes like I'm like doing certain things on the song, I don't think he like know what I'm doing. Until he like engineering on it, he's like, oh shit, I see what you're doing. And so it's kind of like it was the exact same with the film. And like super, low budget, like very very cheap film to make. Love that.
Yeah, I mean, it gives it a real quality.
Yeah. So I also like it was such a holistic process, by the way, like, because if I show you like my calendar from back then, it looks insane. I was just looking at it the other day. I was like, so like the album and the film and the residency, because I did a residency performance, and then I did like all of these things was kind of just like one big thing. And so it's hard for me to even try to separate what this was like versus this, because like we'll go shoot a scene and then we'll go to the studio and then we'll knock that out, and then I'll go over here because I gotta go to this thing. And I'm still like doing other like projects on the side, but for the most part, like I'm just like immersed in all of the aspects, trying to get them done, and not knowing if I will.
Right.
So that's another thing. Because I wanted to get it all done before it was over. Way too ambitious. But it's kind of like a normal thing, I think, for people in residencies. I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna do this.
When is the residency over?
It was over. It was a short one. Okay. It was like maybe 3 months.
Okay. So, do you think you accomplished what you wanted to? Or
in a way, yes.
Yeah.
In a way, yes.
What would you have done differently?
What I would have done differently, I think the only thing I would have done differently is, I guess nothing. I couldn't do anything differently.
Yeah.
The only thing I would have done differently is have more help. Because I also shot a lot of documentary footage. We want to put together a doc also of like the album creation and the film creation and the residency. And we got a lot of footage. We just don't have time to do all of that stuff. It's just us two. And so it's like we can't do all of that stuff. And so I still have that stuff. And if I could put it together and put it out, maybe like in like a year anniversary or something like that, I'll still do that. But like
the world needs it.
Sweet.
Yes.
But now we got some good. It's some crazy, like we got some crazy stuff on film, whatever. Like that's the only thing I can see. But what I set out to accomplish, I feel like I gave it my best shot. kind of applied under the thesis of hip hop is like the most important art form in the last 50 years. And it was a 50-year anniversary when I applied, and I made my case for that. And I was like, I want to like give my interpretation of the art form at its highest level to make that case or whatever. And so I did my best at doing that with the space given. And also I wanted to like take hip hop into it, cause so I kind of used like my visual arts background as a curator like as a way to like leverage to make sure I got in. Mm-hmm. But I really wanted, because I was going to do an exhibition, a curator exhibition was there, and I never did it because I really was there to make that statement like hip hop is fine art. Mm-hmm. And so I wanted to, one, make sure that I put my best foot forward in that aspect, and then two, make it easier for like future like rappers to like be seen in that light, or at least get in that specific program. And so I'm like, every time I'm doing something, I'm like I'm doing my performance, I'm doing my things, I'm like, I gotta make sure I knock this out of the park, because I don't want to fumble it forever. I want to like make it to where like, okay, like no, rappers can come in here and like have like, you know what I'm saying, like and boost this program, like make it look great. And so that's also something that's like that was the only like little pressure like part and little nugget in my brain. I was like, I can't like fumble this like for the guys, you know what I'm saying, like the guys being gender neutral.
Where's that ambitious care come from? Where do you think that comes from?
Love. I love this shit, man.
Yeah.
Like I love hip hop music. I love art. I love black art. I love expression. I love writing. I love film. I love people telling stories. I love relating. I love archiving. All of this stuff is like the most important shit to me. And so whenever I do it, it's like, I'm like, Tupac did this shit. Like James Baldwin did this shit. It's like, and you gotta, it's kind of like just how I look at it. I'm like, I don't like, it's like sacred. It's like, I'm not, when it's time to do it for real, and like, it's not, like, I can play around. Like, I like to play also. Like, cause I take it so serious, I like to play. Like, do like projects where I play. Like my Henny Hendrix projects, like sing, I'd like make, different strong sections. I like, but I'm playing. But when it's serious, like this shit is for real. It's like, so it's clear, like this shit is fine art. Mm-hmm. It's for real. Even when you can take a playful approach to it, like this is a big deal. Like this stuff saves lives, saves my life. You know what I'm saying? Cliche as that is,
it's not.
And many others, I'm like, this is so you gotta care. It's like when you come in here, it's like you gotta think about how these things ripple into society and greater culture. And so it's like you can do a thing, because sometimes like even when we talking about like influences, right? People will be like, I just love Chris Brown. He's the greatest. And then they'll be like, because Chris Brown loves Michael Jackson because he's the greatest. That's because Michael Jackson loves James Brown because he's the greatest. And it's like that happens, and it happens back to this somebody you just don't know. And it's like that might be you. And so you gotta like move like that. It's like as egoic as that can be in a way, it's like you kind of gotta move like you don't know who you, because like it's not gonna be you. Like you're not gonna be like Kanye, but like you could be the person that influences the person that does what you need to be doing. So like you can accomplish what you're trying to accomplish, like through others.
Yes.
And it's like that's like kind of the point. Mm-hmm. And so it's up to you like how much credit you want for it. But it's like the purpose should be whatever your like greater vision and mission is.
Yeah.
And so,
and you were talking about ripples, like your art going out in ripples. What kind of ripples do you think you've made with your art, or what do you hope to make?
So my art specifically, that's tough. That's a tough question. I know as an artist in the arts community, I try to stay tapped in or whatever. And so as an individual, I want to be somebody that like support people when I can, help further other people's visions, whether it be like actual like hands-on help or like advice or plugging somebody in with something, that I try to do. the work I make, I feel like it's not up to me to decide, you know.
Yeah. And once you put it out there, it's their problem now.
I have like people who I would hope appreciate things, but it's like it's not really up to you to decide. It's just like, you know,
you appreciate it.
It's like the who those who get it type of thing. Yeah.
So you're multifaceted. Whenever you're consuming all these things, how do you kind of channel that into your art? Is there a certain thing you do? Like, do you have like a creative routine?
Routine. Nah, I be trying my best to be like a cool creative, because I don't think I actually am. I think I'm like a nerd that like has ideas and concepts and can walk right in and like try to walk through them, but it be feeling like so unartistic. And so I try to like force myself to be like more eccentric. And so I try to like, now I'm gonna do this randomly. Or I'm gonna like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna throw myself into, I like look for ways to challenge myself to think different. Cause like I said, like the streamlined way my mind conceptualizes stuff is just such a reflex. And so I keep it as a guide, like a guideline, like a basis, like foundationally, and then like on top of that, just kind of like fuck around, and then like see what,
and then
fuck
find
around
out.
And find out. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So one of my favorite questions to ask artists, you know, we're talking about time and resources. If you had all the time and the resources, what would be your dream project?
Dream project. It's gonna be so lame and anticlimactic.
I don't believe
it. But I kind of. So the project I just did, like being able to do the project I just did and being able to do a film also, like, and being able to do the live show that I did behind it is like kind of my dream project that I did. I think when I have the next one, I'm gonna do it. And so it's like I want to think of like a big pie in the sky, like inaccessible thing, but I think the things that I want to do, I kind of do them. But yeah, I mean, I kind of wish they were like, you know, bigger deals. But like, I feel great about doing the stuff that you
had fun.
That's in, yeah. Like, I think every project is a dream project. I dreamed it up and then I did it.
Oh, I love that. What do you have any concepts or themes you're exploring right now? Like, what's going on in your life that is inspiring you?
So right now, I'm still on this recoil from this project. I'm kind of work on a bunch of ideas at once, and then whichever one like starts hogging all the food, it's like that's the one I go with.
That's how I am too. Yeah.
And so right now I'm working on a few things, and it's not yet clear who's gonna like come out on top. They kind of like still rumbling it out. I got an idea, but I'm not sure yet.
Yeah. It's good that your inner demons are creative ideas. You know, they're fighting each other.
No,
it could be worse.
They keep me up at night just the same.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, I think you are so cool. I can't wait to see all the stuff you conceive, more music. I would love to come to some of your visual art shows. So I really want to thank you for coming on this show. I know people are gonna love this episode.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate. I hope they do.
Oh, they will. You're really cool. So thanks.
Appreciate you, man.